Hi, it's Alicia from the Pretty Brown Eyed Reader. My first read for January 2018, the year of the blackout, was Blessed Life by Kim Fields. And I listened to the audio version, and it was very neat to hear Kim Fields tell her life story from Harlem to Hollywood. I learned that she was more of an artistic type than I ever knew. I knew about her acting, of course, as well as her directing, but I didn't realize she was a poet as well as a singer. And so why not be artistic? One funny thing that happened while I was listening to this book was I was listening while I was doing my New Year's cleaning up, because I actually started listening to it in December. And so while I was cleaning up for anticipation of the new year, I was playing the CD, and my sister walked by my room and she was like, "What are you listening to?" And I was like, "Kim Fields' book." And she said, "Well, that sounds a bit boring." I said, "Laughing, because that's something Kim Fields struggles with, is she's not the characters that she plays. You know, Tootie was very upbeat, Regine was overly confident, and so those two characters that she's known for, people equate to being her personality." And so with my sister saying she was boring, I said that's what she deals with. And so my sister says, "Well, she's a hell of an actress," because she had no idea that she was, not those two people that she has portrayed. But I would say pick it up. I'm not sure how the print version would do. I probably would have put it down, but it was good to hear her emotions as well as, her laughter when she was telling bits and pieces of the story. I just finished my next book, and that is March by John Lewis, and it's book 2. This is a book club selection for January, and it's a continuation of what Representative Lewis tells about his experience with civil rights. And I know you've probably seen several people on BookTube talk about it. For me, it was a very violent graphic novel depicting the type of violence that the nonviolence movement had, especially with the Freedom Riders, and that's what book 2 covers. And I'm looking forward to our book club discussion, because everyone has an assigned question. And so when we first started this series, they were kind of hesitant about doing graphic novel, because they were like, "Well, we're not kids, we're not reading comics," but they're really into it now. So I finished James McBride, the Five-Carat Soul. It is a short story collection, and I listened to the audio of it. I've listened to other audiobooks by James McBride, and so I was excited to listen to this one. This is the first short story collection that I've ever listened to on audio, so that was a little bit different. It was good, but like most short story collections, there are going to be some that you really like, some that just kind of like, I actually fast forwarded through some of them, because I just didn't like the way the narrator was talking, and then also the story just wasn't grasping me. But he's known for his historical fiction writing, and that's included in this short story collection. He talks about the Civil War, toy collecting, World War II, poverty, all kind of different things. So I thought it was a very good collection. I actually probably will reread it in actual hardback form one day. Another book I read was The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. I was influenced to read this book after Denise D. Cooper was talking about it on one of her live sessions, and I just picked it up because she did. It was a short read, but very powerful read. Every time I read James Baldwin, it's like I can hear the church upbringing he had. It's like in his cadence of words, you really truly can hear that he was a young minister. And I always wonder where the title of this piece of work came from, and now I know, because in the opening part of the book, it has a quote about the next time God promises Noah that the next time the earth will be destroyed by fire, not by water again. And so I should have known it was a biblical reference for the title. With him having that title, he has some very strong words about Christianity, and he also talks about Islam in it. And so in these short pages, I mean, it's only like, what, 103 pages my copy had. I thought that was very profound to be able to do that. And one quote from the book that really stuck out with me was, "There was no love in the church. It was a mask for hatred and self-hatred and despair." That can be so true. The place where you're supposed to get love, but sometimes you don't. The last book that I completed for January, Sing, Unburied, Sing by Jesmyn Ward. And I read this because Karen from Runwright Reads was doing a live session on the 25th. So I wanted to be able to participate in that. And I finished it on the day of the live event. I didn't read or look at reviews before putting this book on my TBR. And I probably should have, because I would have gone in knowing that I probably wasn't going to really feel it like I should, because it has elements of magical realism in it, and those elements got in the way for me of the story. Her writing is phenomenal, can't take anything away from that, but those ghosts that she puts into the story, they throw me off and they frustrate me, because I'm like, just tell the story. I don't need this thing in the story. But aside from that, the writing is just, it's mind-blowing. So I hope you can get a chance to read her writing. But that magical realism is just something that kind of, it just really doesn't work well with me in most cases. Another thing about that book is it's told in alternating points of view. She does a pretty good job of being able to hear the distinct voices. For me, I didn't understand why she chose the 3 characters that she did to have the alternating points of view, because I kind of feel like some other characters may have been able to give a better picture of the story she was trying to tell with the alternating. But anyway, it's still a very worthy read. So that's my conclusion of the books that I've read in January. I hope you had a good reading month. My first month of reading all African American authors has been awesome. I have learned a lot, and I've finished audiobooks. I read a graphic novel, the James Baldwin, I guess it's essays, and then works of fiction and short stories. You can see African American authors come in all varieties, and it's just wonderful to be able to read. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.